what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Ravan from Bass Manifestation. Today I want to talk to you guys about your three primary emotions that you have to react in life. Your fight, flight, and freeze. Now that's the third one, freeze, where we kind of look that most people are in the fight or flight mode because that is our natural instinct, but very rarely we do hit our freeze mentality too. So let me break it down. What is our fight, flight, and freeze? Well, your fighting mode is usually people who are very alpha. They're very dominant in life. They will take anything on and they are ready for a fight. You give them anything and they're always ready in the moment. It's like if somebody came and tried to mug them, right? They're ready to fight on the spot. Even if they were on a date at that point, they wouldn't be like so thrown off. Like they're always ready. They're always smooth. They're always on top of their shit. They're always in the fight. They're always in the aggressive mindset. That comes from them being able to win. They're having their confidence to know that they win a lot in life. And when they have this kind of confidence that, yo, I can win no matter what, they always stay in this fight mentality because they realize if they're in the winner mentality and if they can win, running away will do more harm to them than staying in and just fighting and getting over it. So fighting doesn't necessarily have to be when you're getting mugged, and it doesn't have to be physical. It could also be emotional. It could also be in conversations. Like if you're constantly in fight mode, right? If somebody came out of nowhere and started insulting you, you would just easily be able to fight that back with your verbal skills. If somebody came up to you and accused you of something out of nowhere randomly, again, you would be able to get yourself on the right path. Like if somebody came up to you and says like, yo bro, you stole my cookies, I'll be like, bro, I wasn't here for the last 2 hours. I was hustling at the gym. If you think a person like me has the fucking low capacity like you to think that I'm gonna go steal, you're fucked up. You know, comes up with smooth, just on the spot, right away, something like that, you know? And he's not holding himself back because he's always in the fight mode and he knows if he fights, he will win. So there's no reason for him to run. There's no reason for him to run away. There's no reason for him not to face what he should be facing. And in a way, I feel like we should all be striving to be getting into that powerful mindset, getting to the fight mindset, not the flight mindset, not the freeze mindset. I will explain those in a bit, but I feel like they don't do as good to us. So they're not the most necessary emotion you should be striving to get towards. But if you are towards that mentality right now, I would urge you to switch yourself, flip your switch, and try to come on the side of fight. Even though it's hard, even though it's not as comfortable, even though it's risky, that is what will make you stronger in the long run, which is necessary for you. So the fight mentality is literally how you should be living life. Look at animals, right? If you're in the jungle, a bear comes up, there's two emotions that are gonna kick in, your fight or flight. Now you know you can't fight a bear, so you'll probably run, right? So in that situation, you'll be using flight. But if you knew like somebody your size came up and started acting up to you, your flight doesn't really kick in, your fight kicks in. Well, if you had that kind of confidence towards everything in life, obviously you're not gonna be fighting a bear. When you're fighting a bear, even if you're like really jacked, I would urge you to run, right? Because that's a different situation. But in life, whenever something happens, if you have that kind of confidence, like, yo, I know I can win, then you're gonna go crush it. So do use your fight mentality more than ever using your flight or freeze mentality. Now, obviously, what is the flight mentality? The flight mentality is you running away. You're running away from your problems, you running away and not accepting whatever situation is given to you because it's just too scary in the moment. Like if that bear came, you're like, I'm out of here. I'm not staying here no longer because I'm gonna be fucked, right? Again, in real life situation, this happens a lot. If somebody comes and accuses you of something, you're like, yo bro, did you steal my cookies? You're just like, oh yo, I gotta go do something, I'll talk to you later, the teacher's calling, and you just cut, you know? You just run away. Or like if somebody comes and expresses emotions to you, like if somebody literally just started crying right now and you just didn't know how to handle it, you'll be like, oh, my friend's calling, I gotta go, and you just run away because you can't handle the situation. If somebody made fun of you, you just try to run away. Now all these situations is where your flight mentality kicks in because you can't handle the pressure. You know you can't fight it, you know you can handle it, so you're just like, fuck it, I'm just gonna run away. And that creates a problem because if you're just running away from these problems, you're never really at the root fixing your problems. Like deep down, this also happens when, you know, you play too much video games, you watch a lot of videos, you listen to a lot of music, you constantly keep your brain shut. You're running away. You're running away from yourself, actually. You're not running away from anybody. You're running away from yourself because your thoughts are not keeping you happy, and you can't even accept that your state is not at happiness. So what do? You come home, you watch Netflix, you go to the car, you just start blasting some rap music, and then you're going to work, and then as soon as you go to work, you put headphones in, and then you listen to music all the time. You're talking to people. You cannot enjoy silence. Silence is so strong and peaceful. It's amazing. But if you cannot handle yourself in like 5 minutes of silence, that's a problem, because you're just not okay with yourself. You need to keep filtering yourself. You need to keep telling yourself that, yo, like, I gotta fill up my mind. It's so, you see how crazy it's for me? Because I can't even, like, I'm just so out of that mindset now. It's almost like sometimes I find it hard to go back and understand what that mindset was like, because I'm so far past it. But there was a time when I used to be so into it, so connected with that low vibrational energy. Again, I keep saying it, but I feel like a lot of you guys find it too woo-woo. But then again, this is my spiritual energy. This is my spiritual channel. So most of the times I will be talking about shit like this. So that's just one of the things. When you're in a flight mentality, you're in the scarcity mindset. You're in the, oh man, I gotta run away. Oh man, like, I can't handle this shit. And I run away from myself. And that happens. So flight mentality, it is better than freeze. Well, it depends on the situation, to be honest. But if you're at freeze, I would urge you to try to get up to the fight mentality. So if you keep running away, so if somebody came up to you and said, yo bro, who stole my cookies? Did you steal my cookies? Instead of running away, even if you can't fight it, how about you just stand there and literally say something? Just say something, face it. Now, maybe that's a weak fight, but the more you fight it, the more stronger you'll get. So first time, if they're like, yo, did you steal my cookies? You'll be like, cookies? Cookies. And you just gotta look at him and he's like, what the fuck? What is this guy talking about? At least you didn't run away this time. At least you faced it. You faced your fear. It's a good start. Then you're like, and then, you know, somebody else comes. Yo, who the hell stole my fucking cupcakes? You're like, cupcakes? I had a friend who had a cupcake once. He was like, what the fuck? Then somebody else comes. He's like, yo, who the hell stole my strawberries? You're like, oh, I didn't see any strawberries, but I think I seen that guy walking over that side take the strawberries, right? And then at some point when you get really good, somebody's like, yo, who the hell took my pizza? Be like, bro, I'm vegan. I don't need that shit. You know, just come up with some slick shit, whatever works. So go from, oh shit, yo, the pigeon did some like next backflip in the sky right now. That was fucking crazy. Yo, so you gotta understand your fight mentality and your flight mentality, right? So if you're running away from your problems all the time, slowly start facing it. Like I said, you know, some people are escaping from themselves. So if you catch yourself trying to distract your mind all the time, go home one day, turn everything off, sit on the couch, just absorb life. Let life hit you. Understand what's around you. Understand that there is silence around you. Understand that it is you who sees this world. And accept it for exactly what it is. Do not try to change it. Do not hate yourself for it. Just be who you are. Right? So that's your fight. That's your flight. But there is, last but not least, is your freeze mentality. What is freeze? Why is that such a bad thing? Well, freeze mentality is when you don't have the balls to fight for real. You don't even have the balls to run away. So you just kind of freeze and you get stuck and you stay where you are. I'm gonna give you a real life story and you guys are gonna have a kick out of this story, right? When I was like, I think 13, 14, 15, somewhere around my young teenage days, right? Me and my dumbass friend, we both decided that we're gonna go to the mall and steal some clothes. Yes, this is a real story. This was at H&M, near Eden Center. If you're in Toronto, you know where I'm talking about. And if you're in like New York, this is like one of the biggest malls there is, right? If you're anywhere else, it's the biggest malls there is, right? This is one of the biggest malls in downtown. And there's this clothing store called H&M, which is like budget clothing store, not too expensive, not too cheap, but they make quality products. Me and my friend went there. This guy would be stealing. By the way, I cut him off a long time ago because you gotta cut low vibration people off your life, guys. But at that time, when I was young and naive, I didn't know much, and I wanted to be in the oh man, I need some friends type shit. Those were my friends because I didn't really get along with a lot of other people. So this man was really professional. He would be stealing stuff pretty often from H&M, Zara. He'd be stealing shit from everywhere. I didn't steal a lot of shit back then, right? But that day I watched this English if you guys read, what's that book called? Macbeth, right? If you guys read Macbeth, we watched like a live theater play of Macbeth that day, and it was really good. And my adrenaline was kicking, and I loved it so much. I'm like, yo, bro, I love this shit. I feel so amazing. I feel immortal. That gave me such vibes, bro. I'm about to do anything. So we go to Enos, and we're at H&M at some point, and then he's like, yo, bro, wrap this shirt around your, like, just take this shirt, right? He said wrap it around your waist, right? But I'm like, that's stupid. I'm gonna put it under my hoodie. Why would I do that? I'll get caught, right? Whatever. I was retarded because he said it and I took it. Even though he told me to, it's my fault because I had the power to say no. And even though back then it felt like I didn't have the power to say no because I had to impress him, I had to do what he had to say, I had the power to say no, and I did not. And that's the thing, right, guys? Now I tell you guys, you gotta build your boundaries, right? Having boundaries, so must have boundaries. Back then I didn't have boundaries, so he said take it, and I took it because I was a little bitch, and it was 100% my fault. It had nothing to do with him. It had everything to do with me not taking responsibility. So tells me to take it. I take the fucking hoodie. Now we were there for like 5-10 more minutes. He took a bunch of clothes. I took one shirt. He took like 3-4. Now I'm just kind of hopping around doing my stuff. At some point I'm in the mirror like dancing around and shit, just trying to see if I like look like it's sus or not. And then I leave, right? I leave and I was so nervous. I'm like, oh shit, am I gonna get caught? Am I gonna get caught? Like, I'm a pussy too. Like, think about, like, people who steal usually have the balls because they're like, fuck it, bro, I ain't gonna get caught. I'm gonna be fucking slick with it. I was a fucking pussy and I still stole it, right? I steal this shit. I come outside and the fucking like manager comes out, right? Big buff guy, right? Fucking bald too, bro. He had like no hair. Big jacked guy, looks like he benches 315 pounds. This guy's fucking jacked. Comes out to me, looks me dead in the eye. He's tall too. I'm like, remember, I'm a young teenager. I'm like 5'7" now. I was probably like 5 feet back then. I was so short. He's like this tall, like 6 foot jacked guy, right? He comes, he looks me dead in the eye. He's like, yo, so are we gonna have to talk about it? Or are we gonna take it inside and we're gonna make a big deal about it, right? And I'm like, shit. I am scared out of my mind. Scared. Like, my life is not coming back after this. I'm like, I'm fucked. I just got caught. Police is gonna come. I'm gonna get arrested. My mom's gonna find out. That's it, man. I'm fucked. My life is ruined. That's what I'm thinking right now, right? I'm like, holy shit, bro. What the hell is this? I'm done. How did I screw myself up like that? But at that point, I knew I couldn't fight him. He's too big, he's too jacked. Plus, if I fought him, there's so much more things that was gonna go wrong. I was gonna get arrested. It was just not worth it. And I was not gonna be able to take this guy on. I couldn't run. For the life of me, I couldn't run. I was scared. I'm like, yo, if I run, this guy catches me, I am fucked. This thing is going way out of hand. Like, the police is really gonna fuck me up. I didn't run. So I was like, fuck it. Right? I literally froze. I just froze there, right? And I didn't know what to do. And I kept looking at my friend. My friend is right next to me, right there, right? And this is the guy right here. I just keep looking at him. And then I think the manager didn't know that the other guy stole. He just knew I stole, which was funny because I thought he stole, right? But then again, I was in that, like, you know, I was in that everybody else mindset. I would just think about everybody else. I wasn't never thinking about, oh, like, deep down, obviously, like, when you think about it, it's really shallow. You just think about you. But I thought, yo, it's not me who got caught, it's he got caught. And that's why I'm in the problem, you know, the victim mentality, because I didn't want to accept that it was me who got caught. Later on, I did realize it was probably me who was being a dumbass and I got caught. But I thought he got caught, so I kept looking at him. So he went up to him, he's just like, and he said the same thing. He's like, yo, we're gonna have a problem, we're gonna bring it inside. Like, if you stole something, bring it out right now. We're not gonna make a big deal out of it, right? And then he started taking his shit out. And then he got caught too, and then I got caught. And then whatever, long story short, you know, I got involved and, like, you know, the police came in a little bit. And then I had like a little write down. Everything was fine still at the end of the day. But that was a shocker. The point of the story is that day, I froze. I froze. And I'm telling you, that's like the deepest level of weakness I've ever felt in my life. And in that scenario, I don't think I could have done anything else but freeze. If I ran and if I got caught, I would have been fucked. Maybe I could have booked it. Maybe I could have. Maybe I could have ran so fast he wouldn't have caught me. To be honest, there's a lot of people in the crowds too. It's kind of hard not to, right? My friend said he was ready to get caught. I mean, he said he was ready to run, right? But he said he didn't run because I was there. You know, it's funny, like even those like hoodmans be loyal to you back in the day. That's crazy. But he said he was ready to run, but he stood there because of me. It's just the oil. So he was like, yo. So he stood there, which was cool. I couldn't do anything. I didn't have the balls to run. I didn't have the balls to fight him, so I froze. Right? And in that situation, I don't think I would have done anything differently either. But that's at the bottom of the level of weakness. Now, in that situation, yeah, I could let that slide. But in other situations, I would not understand. Like, if a teacher, and this has happened to me before, bro. I fought this shit. In school, you know when teachers would try to, like, pick on you? Or, like, if you did something and they don't find it cool, so they will be, like, super pissed about it. I wouldn't give a shit. I wouldn't freeze. If a teacher accused me of something, I would straight up look them in the eye and give them a savage answer back. Because I wouldn't feel two ways about it. I didn't care who got disrespected. Because teachers would always think that, like, yo, they run this shit. But again, bro, like, I would be like, yo, bro, I know you're a teacher, but I'm a human being too. I have values too. Yeah, you might think you're older than me and you have more money than me and you might have your life figured out and I might not. But that doesn't mean that my values meant nothing. That's how I used to think. Even though I'm pretty sure when I was a kid I had dumb opinions, but my dumb opinions were still my opinions and I valued it. I valued my opinions. They might not have, but I definitely did. So that's what I would say. You know, that's what I would say, that, like, you know, whatever it is, that I valued my time, so I was ready to fight. So if you value something, fight for yourself. Don't hold yourself back. Fight for what you believe in. If you're in the mentality of running away, try to evolve yourself in the fight mode. And if you're in the mentality of freeze, then, you know, maybe flight is not a bad start, because going from freeze to fight is going to be kind of hard. So push yourself. Maybe take classes, like take taekwondo classes where your fight or flight muscles open up more. To start playing more sports, your fight or flight emotions open up more. And then use that in your real life, which will help you a lot more. So, with that being said, I think I cleared up everything in this video that you needed for valuable information in fight, flight, or fight, flight, or freeze. So, subscribe below, hit me a thumbs up, comment down below anything you want me to clear up in this video below, share this video with like-minded people, and with that being said, bro, I will see you in the next fucking video.